산 토끼야 어디는 가느냐 깜춤 뛰면서. I don't know the rest. You sing your Korean song.
코끼리 아저씨는 코가 선이래 과자를 주면은 걸어봤지요.
It's a good one. It's a classic.
But you're supposed to go like this.
What, like that?
Oh,
the elephant
Are you dap? Do you dap?
Oh, dab.
I think you dap out during it. Oh, you do that with the. Oh, that's an elephant trunk.
Dab King.
That's a good one. Welcome to another episode of Tiger Belly. Slap King Bob Lee in the house. And plop, 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 plop. And then we got we got Kalila and we got Gilbert. I think Gilbert and I are good right now. We're good, right?
We're good.
We're okay.
We're good.
Okay.
You got some shit for last week though, huh?
No, he didn't. He got a lot of love.
I know, but I know a
quite
couple,
the opposite.
I know a couple of things that he got some Twitters.
Oh.
Like what? Oh, because you read them too?
I read some of them.
I was
yeah.
afraid, so I didn't even look. I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
afraid.
No, everybody
And,
showed you
well,
love.
anyway, we got a guest too, so it's not about us sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not about us.
Yes.
today.
It's about a guest that I've been looking forward to having and also dreading at the very same time. She is sort of like
What a laugh.
she's family, but also an enemy, but also love. There's love, pure love. Pure love.
That's how families are. It's really difficult to love family.
That's true. And we have Esther Koo here, so give her a round of applause, everybody. And also, I've known Esther. I think I first saw Esther on Last Comic Standing.
Oh shit.
Somebody said, "Hey, you got to see this Korean chick." So I think I YouTubed it or whatever, and you told a very funny joke about Barack Obama's name and your mom, whatever, saying it. And I go, "Oh, she's really funny." And I felt like I was really nice to you when we first met. No, or how did we first meet?
You were always so nice to me.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Right?
She being serious? Like,
Am I? No, that's real.
okay.
Just say it again, though.
You
say
were always so
were-
nice to me.
Well, first of all,
Yeah.
okay. Well, before I even met you
Right.
and you heard about me, of course I knew who you were from
Legend.
Mad TV.
Legend.
From watching you on Mad TV.
Yeah.
And not only that, but my little brother,
Yeah.
we would always make fun of him because he looked like you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if he like raised his eyebrows like
Yeah.
you do
Yeah.
and make a stupid face,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
we're all like, oh, look, it's Bobby Lee.
Yeah.
And,
You would do it in a Korean accent.
Yeah.
And so,
and our family, we would all laugh.
oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
And then, but then I thought everything was cool between us, and then you tried to start a war with me
Oh shit.
online.
Well, you tried to start a war with me.
Oh,
on
it was
Oh.
about. I remember
What
because
is
you
it?
said that she doesn't date Asian men.
yeah.
So you know, without even knowing much more about her, you just assume she didn't date Asian men.
No, I already. Right? Do you date Asian
Well,
men?
that's what my joke was about. That
Oh,
you had a
right.
problem with
That's
on Last
right.
Comic Standing, and then you were bitching about me on Opie and Anthony. And then they all started making fun of you, and Norton was like, "She's hilarious," because you were like, "Yeah, she can't go around and dissing Asian guys," and they're like, "Why not?"
This was my bad.
No, but
I
no,
fucked up.
No, why?
No, I apologize.
No.
When I'm in the wrong, I'll apologize.
No, it was great.
Because then you went on
It's
there.
exposure.
It's exposure for both of us, is it not? And at the end of the day.
This is
And
all
at the end of the-
promotion.
yeah, at the end of the day, you know, my gut instinct was right
It's
about
not
it.
like Twitter beef is the greatest thing you can possibly do to
Right.
your career.
Yeah.
You
Right.
should have just kept going with it. You really should have like blown it up
Right.
some more.
But I did
Oh
too
my
lazy.
god, I should have.
yeah, like Korean Wars, you know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let me ask you this: other Korean people in the business or Asians how have they reacted to you?
Not like you.
No, but other people. So you found hostility,
No.
but not that much love.
Right, exactly.
right.
You love me the most.
Yeah, I know I did.
I did.
I know I did and I do. I know I did and I do. And I know that I'm Slep King. Everyone knows that.
Yeah. Slep
And
King.
I know that my gut instincts are right. What have we learned today so far?
That your gut instincts are right.
Yeah.
You can't love family.
Yeah. Here's what it is that when you see an Asian person in show business, then my number one rule is I can't stand FOBs.
What? I am a fob, bro.
No.
But you don't
no,
talk
no.
like one.
You don't talk like
And you
one.
don't
and you
look-
don't act like one.
You
and
don't look like one, and you act civilized.
right.
You act civilized.
Yeah, you act civilized.
You act
No, in just in
I
terms
would
of
never be able to tell you're a fob.
Wait, what do fobs do? Like chuck their shit across?
Yeah.
no, but they
They just-
they wear Soviet clothing and they're
They
like
stick your fork in your food and like
Wait, what?
eat it
Yeah.
without permission. They just
Yeah.
get in your personal space.
Oh, okay.
yeah. They have like weird racist ideas about things, like my parents. Like, Vietnamese people, they are animals.
Or they think white people are the devil.
yeah,
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like
And it's
that.
just like, fucking stop.
Stop. And so, like, so that's why even somebody that we know, that I talk about a lot, I know
Is
that
he a fob? Considered
no,
a
but
fob?
not a
to
fob.
me,
You know who we're talking
he has
about.
fob, somebody.
Okay.
He has fob,
Comic
energy,
Standing.
energy.
Fob. Oh,
Think Asian and Last Comic Standing.
Oh, right.
Wow.
wow, that was really
Wow.
quick. That was
Really quick connection there,
very,
Esther.
very fast.
And he just has a fob way of, so I just, that's why I love people like Esther, because she's weird and she's got a specific,
Where did you grow up?
Chicago.
Oh, you're
Whoa.
from Chicago too?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
And you lived there for most of your life, and you just came to. Where do you live now?
Here.
So you don't, what happened in Miami?
I remember
I
because
got a job here.
I know,
I
but
remember
what,
you were in Miami because you were performing there, and you were like, "Oh, we should go eat with Esther
yeah.
because she lives out here."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys dissed me.
No, I think you had other plans. It was New Year's Eve.
Time out. What?
Yeah, I think we did.
No, it was New
Yeah.
Year's
No,
Eve.
we fucked it.
What did you do?
We fucked up.
We said fuck her. yeah.
And I cried for 7 days and
Oh,
7
no.
nights.
No, you weren't sad about it. Let's be real. But so now, what happened to the? You had a guy.
You don't know what I get sad about.
That is true.
What do you get sad about?
Everything. I get sad about my life.
What parts
Oh.
of your life are you saddest about right now?
Well,
Well, it just got really dark. She's about to cry.
No, tell me.
I should say it in Korean.
Yeah, it's in
Right?
Korean.
It's Korean.
yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
they don't know
Yeah,
Korean.
yeah,
Right,
yeah,
right,
yeah,
right.
And we
say it
keep
to
it
me.
a code word.
Yeah, say it to me. Say it to me.
He doesn't understand Korean
I
that
do.
well either.
I want to understand. Everything you say, I swear to God, I'll understand. Say it to me.
Okay.
어.
나는 엄마가 죽었어.
언제?
1 month ago.
I didn't know that.
I know.
Oh, I'm sad too.
Hey, do you understand?
I think I think we all passed away.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't know who, but I'm sorry.
But I didn't know that. How?
Heart attack.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh man. So can I tell him what you said?
The whole audience is like, what if Esther? She's probably. She's probably.
Because why she collapsed on the ground?
I know.
Collapsed on the ground.
She Esther's gone.
Yeah, Esther's
we lost,
gone.
We lost our
Yeah,
guest.
I have to tell them what you said.
Okay, tell them what I said.
Yeah. Her mailman got sick. No, her mom died
I'm so
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
a month ago.
Yeah.
She had a heart attack. Wow. I don't even know how you're up and about.
I did a comedy show the day I found out.
Did you feel like you
I re-
had to
I-
then?
I recorded a podcast and I was crying on it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the day of.
So how did you? I mean, who called you?
My little brother. Oh, the one you met.
I love
In
him.
San Francisco?
Yeah, he's like
Yeah.
a warlock.
Yeah.
Yeah, her little brother's like a little scientific warlock,
Yeah.
and I really want to be with him.
He wanted him on your
This podcast.
We
yeah.
should have him.
We should have him. He's magical.
Where did your mom live? Were you guys like a really close knit family? Like growing up?
Chicago.
Well, I mean, you want to get it? I mean, I'm going to have to ask you some questions. Is that okay?
Yeah.
You guys weren't in good communication though, right? From what you told me, I think a couple years ago, maybe.
Right.
Like you had resentment toward them,
Yeah.
and so there wasn't communication.
My memories of her are more fond when I was little.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
You know, because I didn't really spend much time with her later in life.
Yeah. Well, they probably, like my parents, were a little weirded out about your choices in life, correct?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, what was the disconnect then? I mean, if growing up, you guys were super like close, or you had fond memories of her, and then
I
later
mean,
in
not
life-
everything was fond.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
know?
yeah. I mean, I have. Yeah, I mean, I have. When my dad used to beat the shit out of me with a fucking baseball bat and shit like that, and
Right.
golf clubs, and my dad was a fucking terror. But there were little gaps of, you know.
You can get him back while he's still alive. I can't get my mom back anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You know?
Yeah, yeah.
I sent her a letter through my, I worked out stuff in therapy, and my therapist told me to write a letter. And I wrote both of my parents a letter, and I sent it. 'Cause-
Before.
Yeah. Like, this was like 2 years ago I sent it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So when was the last time you had to talk to your mom before she passed?
I don't know, maybe a couple months.
So when you sent that letter, was there like a reconciliation or some type of like closure between like the both of you guys? I don't know what happened like in your past. He makes it seem like maybe it was not an easy upbringing, but was there, when you sent the letter, was there some type of like, oh, we understand you now and we get it, or
They said that to me?
mm.
No. My mom was like really oblivious. Like her response to my letter, because like in my letter, my therapist told me to write like what you did to me, how it made me feel, what I want you to do about it,
Yeah.
and how it's affected my life now. And my letter had 4 parts to it, and I wrote that, and I just explained like all the things that why I was hurt, and all the pain that she had like brought into my life, and and she just like wrote a check for $100 and sent it, and was like
God,
she's just like, oh, nice to hear from you.
it's so Korean.
It's like the Fabi.
It's
yeah.
so Korean.
Yeah,
to
it's so
do that.
Korean,
Yeah,
and-
it's so Korean.
And the funeral was so Korean because my parents were missionaries, so
Oh my god.
so everybody from the church was there who I
Yeah.
grew up with.
yeah.
And I saw, John Lee's parents, and John Lee's mom was always such a bitch.
Yeah.
Right? There's a million John Lees, so nobody will know who I'm talking about.
I was like, it's a famous I don't know who this is.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm just nodding like I
Yeah,
know at
John
least
Lee.
3 John Lees,
Yeah,
I
I
think.
know 50 John Lees.
So
Yeah.
so John Lee was an only child, and he lived in a fucking mansion compared to everybody else.
Yeah.
Everybody else was a poor missionary living 4 kids in a bedroom, and then railroad style another bedroom with 4 kids.
Yeah.
But John Lee had the fucking life. He had a rainbow painted in his bedroom wall.
Whoa.
We were like,
That's real.
what?
Yeah.
Like, let's go to.
That's real.
We
Yeah.
were like, John Lee's parents are like white.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they like give him stuff.
Yeah.
And don't just shove him in a corner and say, shut up, stop
Yeah.
bothering me, you little piece of shit.
Yeah.
So I saw John Lee's mom, and John Lee's mom is always like really, she's always like put together. Like she only wanted 1 kid, raised a doctor. So
Wow.
so everybody came up to me, and it's crazy how everybody looks the same.
Yeah.
I'm like, I haven't seen these people in 20 years.
Yeah.
And they look exactly the same. And I know exactly who they are.
Did most of them probably know what you do?
No.
What? No, they do.
Well, you know
they
what?
fucking do.
They don't
Yeah,
say
they
shit.
And they don't say shit.
No,
they
they did.
fucking
They
know.
did say shit.
What'd they say?
Well, first of all, because I was decked out, right?
Of course. Of course you were.
Esther, describe
course you were,
describe what
Esther.
decked out is. How are you decked
Yeah.
I was wearing a tight black dress
Killing it.
and black
out? Killing the funeral game. Killing it.
black heels, and I had a black veil.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
My sister said I looked like a young widow.
A very rich
I was
young
like,
widow.
thank you. So
Yeah.
so this one Korean missionary comes up to me, and they go, oh, she's from Hollywood.
Oh, killing it. Yeah.
That young widow. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I caused so much problems for myself at my mom's funeral
Why?
because of what I posted on Facebook.
What did you post on Facebook?
And I pissed off my entire family. I just wrote something nice about my mom. I thought it was nice,
What'd you say?
right? I said, I said, my mom passed away today. She had a heart attack. It was sudden. And I said, she always liked to go to casinos. She always spent her time between casinos and church until she got kicked out of church and she banned herself from every casino.
It's nice.
Very sentimental.
It's
Yeah.
a great
The heart.
obituary.
I
the
think
heart.
it's a Hallmark card.
You should be.
Yeah, yeah.
You should be an obituary
that was
writer.
Yeah.
No, that was just one part,
It's sweet.
right?
It's sweet.
Yeah.
Good. I love it.
No, but my family,
Uh-huh.
they are very like she was in Gamblers Anonymous.
Yeah, but you don't ever say that out loud in like amongst like other. You're not supposed to like put out other people's business, right?
Especially in
Like some
Asians.
Right,
Asians,
especially
yeah.
Asians.
Like,
Or-
you know, when
ever,
I
yeah.
went to rehabs and stuff in high school and stuff, and none of my cousins and aunts, because I have 28 first cousins, nobody knew. It's just because they hide it.
it's all about hiding it.
So
Yeah.
what was the
and
response
my
you got?
whole lifestyle, I'm all about stripping the shame from everything and just talking about anything on stage.
Of
Yeah.
course, that's
you
what
know?
your job is.
That's what I do.
Yeah, I know.
So, but you know, they're all still very conservative, and everybody got pissed off at me. And when I went home, my dad was like, "So your sister's the only one who's gonna do the eulogy," and I was like, "Are you kidding me? I can't even get a spot at my mom's funeral."
Wow. Did you,
Like, who
did
do
you
I
prepare
have to
one?
talk to?
You prepared one? Yeah,
Who's
yeah.
the club manager?
You have an agent yet? Did you call your agent? you should have called me. I would have called CAA, and I would have made it happen, dude.
Yo, you would have called John Lee's mom.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, Matt Blake, my agent, would have.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're hip pocketing Esther.
We're hip pocketing.
So I got canceled from the eulogy.
Oh my God, that's
and my
terrible.
dad like made up this lie and was like, they only allow one person at a eulogy. And I'm like, that is such a lie.
It's a made up
Yeah.
rule.
Because I've been to funerals
Where like
and-
25 people speak.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you know they usually say, "Does anybody
Yeah,
want to
exactly.
say something?"
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll just storm the stage then, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Whoa.
Did you?
Did you?
No, I had to
Give me the mic.
I had to convince them. It was a struggle, but my friend Grace Park came over, and she
Grace
helped
Park
me.
from-
There's also 50 other
I
Grace
know-
Parks.
I know a couple
But
Grace
it-
Parks.
Yeah, me too.
Is it the Hawaii Five-O Grace Park?
No.
Damn it.
Oh.
Well, then it doesn't matter. Don't say her name.
If it's not Hawaii Five-O, Grace Park, shut
Just
the
say
fuck
some Asian chick. Yeah.
Okay, so I went on Periscope and I narrowed down my
Wait. You want Periscope at your mom's funeral?
no at my
Oh, thank
at my
God.
hotel. Stupid.
Oh, well, still the same day?
No, it's not the same day. But I'm just like working through this, like struggling as to figure out like, hey, what jokes are appropriate to say at a eulogy?
Can I just say something? No jokes?
No. Hey, Bob, I think that's great advice.
Yeah, maybe no jokes?
That's good advice.
Okay, well, but first of all, if
yeah.
you knew my mom,
Yeah.
you would know that she would want jokes at her funeral. Okay, my
Okay.
mom, I get my personality from my mom.
Yeah.
And that's probably why we like butt heads and didn't get along.
Yeah.
Because I just reminded her of her, but like 2.0 version.
Yeah.
And like without the fob accent, you know? So
Wow.
so I went through my whole set list.
This sounds like a bit. I don't believe it.
Maybe not call it that? Maybe not call it that.
Went through my eulogy
Yeah,
set
yeah,
list.
yeah, Yeah.
So Grace Park was like, no, take that one out.
Don't
say
Asian chick.
don't
Asian
say
chick.
anything.
Yeah.
Don't say anything with sex or nothing. So I cleaned it up like this was like a TV clean
Yeah.
5,
Yeah.
right?
You did a Tonight Show set. Yeah.
So
A Fallon set. Okay.
And then I went to my dad's house
Uh-huh.
and I said, "Can I do a dress rehearsal?"
Whoa.
Esther.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just
Whoa,
to get their
No,
approval.
it's fine.
You mean just to get their approval?
You don't understand the culture of my family?
I get it.
Yeah. No, you don't get it.
I do get it.
You're saying, "Whoa."
Well, I'm just saying whoa for the audience.
audience.
That's listening.
So they're all going like.
To me,
what?
I'm going, yeah. To me, I'm like, yeah, exactly what I would do.
I asked my dad for makeup.
Yeah,
change
yeah.
the lights.
Right.
They.
I would screen test myself.
Screen
No,
test.
my dad was making jokes. My dad goes, "Oh, I think it's good she died because she was always complaining about body pains."
Ah.
So,
Ah.
you know, because she had arthritis and diabetes. So,
Oh yeah.
but
How many brothers and sisters are there?
3 brothers and 1 sister.
And they were all there, obviously.
Yeah.
Everyone just devastated.
Yeah.
Because
Well, the
I know
thing
that your brother, the one that I met, the warlock.
How is he a warlock?
Why do we call him Warlock?
There's something magical about him. And he's like from a different, like he's from Doctor Strange.
Oh,
Like he can do the little
He can
like
open the
the
doors,
circle,
open the
yeah, all
doors
that
and
stuff.
shit. Yeah.
And you haven't met him, you don't know. He has that little fucking ring thing and the little eye necklace and then the cape.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and so what I'm saying is that he didn't have a relationship right with them either.
Right. Exactly. Remember that.
Yeah, I
In
do.
the
I do
green
remember.
room.
That's why I just said it. I remember.
Yeah,
it.
wiggle it.
Yeah. And so, I mean, did all the kids have that kind of relationship with their parents at that point?
No. When you have 5 kids, you have different relationships with your kids.
Okay, yeah. I mean, this is the way you just talk to me. I just don't like when people talk to me like
I'm
that.
sorry.
Where do you
Sorry.
fall? Are you oldest?
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're scolding me and like, that's fine.
I don't know where that
You're going
came
through a hard
from.
time. It's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. Okay, thank
Can
you.
you say it a different way though?
Let's rewind.
Yeah, rewind it to say it in a different way. When you have 5 kids, what?
I think when you have 5 kids,
That's better. So much better.
you treat them differently.
Thank you.
Don't you think so?
Yes.
Where do
I
you
do.
live?
I just shaved.
Where are you from in California?
All right, so so some of your siblings were had a communication that you
Yeah.
didn't have and
Yeah.
whatnot. Yeah.
Where do you fall?
I'm the second oldest.
Oh, okay.
But my parents never wanted a girl. I don't know if your parents were cool with you being a girl.
No, my mom definitely wanted boys, but it turned
Yeah.
out I have a 6 foot tall sister who is like basically like we both look like linebackers, so she was fine with it. And she put us always like in sports and stuff. So that was her
Oh.
way of coping with having girls.
So you're not like a frail little girl.
Mm-mm.
You could take care of yourself.
Yeah.
And beat up your boyfriend if he doesn't take
Yeah,
care of you when
exactly.
you're sick.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Exactly.
Whoa.
Oh, let me punch him.
Whoa. Hey.
Go ahead. Oh, okay, that's it. That's one shot.
That was so
You
kind
get
of
one
hard.
shot. That really was hurt. It makes me angry, but
really was
it really makes me angry. But
you're
her mom died, so
You get a pass.
You get a pass there.
No, but I've been through years of therapy, and I think the fact that I've written a letter to my mom, and I sent it, and I like went through this whole mourning process when I wrote that letter of the mom that like I never had, or you know, the mom that just addressing like, you know, you neglected me and this happened and this happened, and I felt like I had already said my goodbye to her. And so it was easier for me when I found out that she had physically died.
Yeah.
It was easier for me to deal with it than some of my siblings who were just completely like
Devastated.
devastated.
Oh my god.
And so I guess I understand why they would be mad at me about what I wrote
Yeah.
on
Because you had
Facebook.
sort of at least had your peace with it 2 years ago.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now, your relationship with your father, has it gotten better since your mom's passing, or?
No, it's just the same. I mean, no, he's more open to talking about things.
Good.
Than my mom was.
That's good.
My mom was more oblivious, and my dad's a little more rational, and he like.
Especially now that your dad's still with you, and maybe there can be a deeper relationship there down the road, because you know that life is fickle and anything can happen. And
Well, for you, when your dad got sick, were you able to kind of let go of all your resentments? Is that when it happened, or did you let it go?
when my brother and
long
I,
time
when
ago?
I killed my brother's dog,
Oh my
And-
God, he did,
Yeah.
Dolly.
I killed his dog, and then when we went to
Esther likes
Phoenix.
it. She hates animals.
Well, we're gonna get into that.
We're
We're gonna get into that too. That's fucking weird. But
I don't hate animals.
you call them what?
Scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are fighting
Like
words.
in Korean you said it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, musuo. You
Musuo.
said yeah. But and when we saw my dad, the doctor said he's gonna die or whatever. At that point, you just kind of let go of all those resentments. It's like it doesn't mean anything. And then my brother and I were able to grieve right then. I had never cried that hard before, and I'd never felt that kind of pain before. my brother either. My brother and I were on the ground, like holding his legs, because they said that he was gonna die. He's still alive. They lied, but it's fine.
Fuck that hospital.
In
Yeah.
3 years, he's still
Yeah, he's still
hanging.
alive. He's still hanging in there, but I can't imagine what.
What's the holdup? Jeez.
I know.
Oh, here's another Facebook status. Jesus Christ. Esther. Hashtag come on already.
Yeah.
If
But
something, I mean, I don't wish for this, but if something should happen to your dad, please have her write the Facebook post about it.
I will allow you to do that. But I can't imagine my dad passing, and I just feel I'm so sorry that happened. This guy, I know.
이거 사람. 이거
Also,
똥-
can I
이거-
just say
Yeah,
something
이거
that,
똥-
Yeah, read that.
so
text.
I'm going to read this text that Esther sent me
much
earlier
hatred
today.
from
It's just
Esther.
really weird. So excited for TBE. Thank you for having me on.
How do you read it like that?
Because it's all exclamation
Is
marks.
it all caps?
Caps. No,
It's
not caps.
all
Exclamation.
It's not.
You can bully me all you want. I ain't a little bitch like Gilbert.
Whoa.
Well, I didn't know you were gonna read these texts. Well, I would have gone harder.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Why am I a little
So you
bitch?
guys have, you guys did
Yeah, we
that-
met.
Okay.
We met where? How?
CBS diversity.
CBS diversity in a basement.
Yeah, creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually saw you in the audience, but I was like, why does she look so
think-
familiar? I was like, why is there
I think
another
it was
Asian
a
person
meeting, like Big-Headed Asians Anonymous
here? You don't have a big head.
or something.
don't have a
I
big
know. I
head.
walked into the wrong one.
and you were the only one, Gilbert.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw CBS. Was that, I think that day also Jesus was there randomly.
Another big head though, super
Another
big,
big
head.
head.
Jesus was there. Yeah, then we met at the bar
Oh
after.
my god.
Yeah. But now you're on a show.
Yeah.
And the reason why I know she's on a show is because I have a friend who her name is Manon Matthews, and she's an Instagram. No, she was a huge Vine star.
Vine star, huge.
She was like 7
7
million.
million
Yeah,
Wow.
followers.
Like a Brittany Furlan.
yeah, like
Yeah.
Brittany Furlan. And I know her from a club that I'm a part of, but I don't want to get into that. But
Mile High Club.
no, I don't want to get into it. But I think she's really talented. Who else is in it?
Hannah Pilkis.
She's very funny too.
Who-
She's a
who's
stand-up.
done tons of vines with her.
Yeah, she's very
so
funny. And so I saw photos.
I always tell her she's like a real life Amelia Bedelia.
That is true. But when I saw a photo with Esther with the two girls that I knew, I go, well, whatever that is, that's gonna be good. I really think these
Oh
two
my
girls are so
God,
strong.
thank
I think she's
you.
strong. Who's the fourth
and
girl?
Tracy Stump.
Yeah, I know her too. Yeah, she's good too.
Oh my god, I know. It's an all female sketch show
Amazing.
that we're
Crazy.
doing. And they write for us.
Yeah.
And
And I'm not kidding you. I mean, in terms of Vine stars, the two especially,
Huge.
no, I just think that they're
talented.
so funny.
they're so
Yeah.
funny.
So funny.
It's so funny. And the writers on the show are so fucking funny. Like I'm
Yeah.
like dying. Like
What's
when
the show called?
It's called Sorry Not Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
good name too.
Yeah.
What network?
It's on seriously.tv.
Serious stuff.
Yeah. Well, what? See, you see what he just said?
I said
His
what
energy
network?
right there. What network? Like, because he wants to know, like,
Right.
Yeah.
the showbiz
Can I get
on
an,
his-
can I get an audition
see what
for
I'm
an
saying?
extra background
you're
extra?
so angry and so resentful, so young. It's so sad.
It's Asian on TV.
Can you
man.
not be happy for people?
I'm happy for Esther.
Are you sure?
I have a question for all three of you guys,
Yeah.
since everyone's in the industry. When
And
you
you are
see,
too,
So
by
are
the
you.
way.
no,
so-
fuck, I'm not a comedian,
You're
not
I
an
know, but
actor.
you're in the-
podcast
you're-
celebrity.
You're in the fucking industry.
You're a
and I'm
podcast
tired of this
celebrity.
shit that you fucking do every fucking day. Like, I'm just, a girl. I don't even know what I'm doing. You're a part of. You're a
Can
celebrity
you,
now.
Can you listen to the fucking
You're a
question?
You're a fucking celebrity, okay?
My question is, when you see another Asian like you've never heard of before, let's say for instance like someone your age and who's also doing sketch, who's like maybe dabbling in stand up, or you see like a younger like female like stand up comedian, do you get your spikes go up, or are you more like, hey, like do you want to get to know them and nurture them, or are you more like what is this bitch about?
Like another stand up.
Yeah, like do you feel like an
Or just
initial
any
threat,
Asian-
or do you feel
like an Asian girl that's cute?
Yeah.
Right. I think I'm curious.
What's wrong? Is it the cats?
I have a cough.
She's highly allergic to cats, by the way.
We
Yeah,
gave her
yeah.
Allegra.
You okay?
No. I had an Allegra.
Okay,
Thank
good,
you.
good,
Alright.
good, good.
Like, there's a San Francisco girl named Moon. You know her?
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
We went and got tacos.
Yeah,
with
right.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she seems, funny, right?
Yeah. I've never seen her perform.
Me either. But you could
But-
just tell though,
Right.
because of the way
Yeah.
she's dressed, And that's another thing I was saying is that you can already tell that when she talks and the way she looks and who she's dating and how she behaves, that she's not a fucking fob.
Oh,
What is it? Okay,
right,
what
she's
is the
wearing-
real definition of a
I
fob
don't-
other than
it's fresh off the boat, right?
I
So,
know,
yeah,
he
but
said
okay.
there's an energy.
There's two different kinds, all right? There's the literal kind
yeah.
of somebody that just came here. You know what I mean? They're from like, Taiwan, right? And they have a thick accent and they
shower once a week.
yeah,
That's-
or whatever. But they don't know what they
Lack
don't
of
know
indoor plumbing.
They don't know OK Computer.
Oh, come
No,
on,
just listen to what I'm
Bobby.
saying. They don't
Get
just
the
listen to what I'm
fuck outta
saying.
here.
They've never seen a Wes Anderson movie.
Oh.
Shut the fuck up, man. I'm talking. I'm talking, okay? And they don't know who I am.
So who you saw?
Who you?
I think we finally figured out why
Yeah.
you don't like fobs.
No.
They don't know
no,
who you are.
no,
Yeah.
That's not why, right? No, but then there's that kind, and then there are the ones that were born here, right? I'm gonna name a name, but I grew up with a guy named John, right? The nicest kid.
Jangu Bangu.
John Lee.
Yeah, you know what? Jangu Bangu.
Yeah.
And
That's my brother.
That is really?
Yeah.
And he always got straight A's. My parents would always go, "Why don't you hang out with him? He's smart. You get better grade, you do drug." That's why I don't hang out with him. Because he doesn't go out. All he does is read. He's going to become a doctor and whatever.
Don't they call those so fobs are generally like the 1.5ers, right? That generation where they probably came to the US right around like 13, 14. So they still retain all of their let's say for instance, like for me, like their
Yeah.
my accent or like my mannerisms. I didn't shave my legs. I was very studious. And then
But then you acclimated.
yeah, but it took me a while. My accent was very, very thick most of my teen years, and I had a weird look. I dressed not cool.
But then you started blowing guys.
I started blowing guys really quickly. I was really insecure about my fobbiness.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, let me just suck some dick.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
became
and it
American.
worked.
You
Wow.
became American.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was really, because my parents never talked about sex or anything of that sort, so I had to figure a lot of stuff out on my own. And initially when I first came from America, I would write boys letters like, hey, I like you, because that's what we did in the Philippines, right? That shit don't fly here.
Yeah.
Apparently you don't write letters because you're a fucking weak bitch if you do that.
never
And so I
wrote
got
letter.
rejected, and after each
Right.
rejection, I was like, oh, let me just suck your dick, and it worked.
yeah.
The American way.
Yeah, it's the
That's
American
it.
way.
It is
You
the
just,
American way.
just blow your way to, out of your fobbiness.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Blow your way out of fobbiness.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden I wasn't a fob anymore. I was just a chicken head,
That's what they should have that in a
Yeah.
booklet, like
Right?
an American
From-
booklet when you
from
come
Fob
welcome
to
to America,
chicken
like a
head.
little
What's
What's
the first thing for when you come
It wouldn't
to
be
America?
blowing, wouldn't be the first thing, but that would be in the back pages.
Yeah.
like an asterisk and a little red
Yeah.
in tiny
Check
font.
this out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
check
Advanced.
this out.
Right,
Yeah,
but
advanced,
meanwhile,
yeah.
writing a letter, you put so much heart into writing a letter, right?
Yeah, and I
You're
remember this
expressing your
one Puerto
emotions.
Rican guy named Gary. He was like, what the fuck is this?
Never met a Puerto
know?
Rican
Named
named
Gary.
Gary.
My name is Gary.
He's from New York too.
No, it's
I
not.
was so in
Yeah,
love.
yeah.
And that was just not the way to go.
I
But
think letters are a woman thing.
no, I think it's a fob thing maybe, because none of the kids
Yeah,
in
but
my
she
high school
writes
did
letters.
I write letters, and I was born here. I'm so embarrassed.
Yeah. But Moon is, so you can just tell. And
So how do you feel if you see when you were younger? I know now you're a little bit better about seeing another Asian on
Okay,
TV.
I'm gonna just say this right now. Okay, I'm gonna just say this right now. When I did Jay Leno, right, the next day, a guy calls me, right, an Asian guy from New York, and he was represented by Barry Katz. You know Barry Katz?
Yeah.
And he goes, "Hey, dude, I just saw your Tonight Show, dude. I'm Korean too, and you fucking killed it." I go, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, my name is Steve Byrne. He's half."
Wow.
I didn't even know him, right? He goes, I begged my manager, he was rep by Barry Katz, to get your number, and I just want to be your friend.
No way.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
And so I was like that when Ken Jeong, when I first saw Ken Jeong, I go,
I sent Ken Jeong a MySpace message.
"You did?" Yeah.
So this was
I said
10
he
years ago.
replied.
This
Did he
was 10
reply?
years
You're
ago.
really funny. He said
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah, yeah. So you see guys and you go, "Oh," but then when you see somebody that isn't doing it the way you want, there was a guy named Peter Chen, and you met Peter Chen, right? I feel so bad because Peter Chen was here during the 80s, during the boom, open mic. he had a thick accent. You know what I mean? You can look. He has a documentary on YouTube about him. He made it himself.
Oh, I thought okay.
Right? And I mean, nice guy, just a terrible comedian. Thick accent. And he made up, like, you know, when hecklers, he made up lines that didn't make any sense. Right? So,
Hey, you suck.
all right, so anyway.
You
I'm
suck,
saying,
Peter. You suck.
Oh, I'm going to put you on a rocket ship. You're going to go to the moon.
But
That was his slam.
Yeah.
Like, he would write slams.
what would be another one?
What?
What would be another one? Hey, your mom is a gross, man.
I dig a hole in the ground. You go in. I dig you can dig your way out.
What the fuck, man? What the fuck, Peter? What does that mean?
Stuff like that. Like stuff that you would go, oh my God, that's so not funny.
Yeah.
You know, and then one day I was at the open mic and they used to put me up at the open mic, and he had signed up and he had been there for 25 years or whatever. So I remember him approaching me, going, "This guy right here only been here for 2 years. I've been here for 25 years. You know, and he get to go up." Like, I go, "You're not funny."
Oh
Right?
my
Like, so it's like
God.
that with that kind of shit. I'm verbal about it.
Yeah.
When I see people that I think have, like you, when I genuinely think that you have genuine, I can't look at you when I give you a compliment.
I know, I can't.
So I'm gonna go. I'm
thought
gonna
you
look
were
to
about
your right a little
I'm gonna look
bit.
at Esther.
No, I'm gonna look at you. Yeah, to the right a little bit. But Gilbert, I genuinely think that you have genuine talent and that you literally can make it. I feel that about Esther
I
also.
saw Gilbert at the CBS Diversity Showcase.
And he was
he
good.
was amazing.
I don't want this to be a fucking we're the great. Like, this is sounding sad, this fucking podcast, but I'm just saying that's my point.
Okay, I barely give compliments. Let me just give one.
All right, that's true. So if you saw an Asian girl, Esther, if you saw an Asian girl that was good, that you would probably support her then.
You know what? I am always curious because there's so few of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I
Yeah.
think it's good to embrace other people the way you embrace me.
Yeah. Has Margaret embraced you or no?
You know what? I stalked her one time.
Well, don't.
Well, yeah, but does she know who you are?
Well, she follows me on Twitter.
Oh, well, yeah, well,
she
then she
does.
does.
Yeah.
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 I remember when her sitcom All American Girl got canceled,
Yeah.
and
You're probably a kid.
I was a kid,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I was watching this on TV, and I remember thinking, like, this is a big deal. The first Asian American to ever get a sitcom.
Huge deal.
It was huge.
Yeah.
And I remember they were interviewing her. They're like, "So, Margaret, what are you going to do now?" And she's like, "Well, I'm just going to keep kicking ass till the next Asian American girl gets up here."
Yeah.
And I just, like, took that and, like,
I know.
Damn.
you
You're
know,
going to make me cry now.
I was like, "Oh, I'm going to," she's speaking to me. I just took it.
Yeah.
I have to say something right now, and I was going to save it for another podcast, but I can't. I'm sorry. But since you're here and Gilbert, you guys are here, something happened to me last week that was very humiliating for me. So I was at the Comedy Store with Nick Youssef, and he goes, "Hey, I'm gonna go do a show at the Laugh Factory. Can you drop me off?" So I go, "Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go eat at Greenblatt, so I'll just park." So I park my car, and with Nick Youssef and we walk into the Laugh Factory, and two people came up to me and goes, "Where's your ticket?" And I go, "What?" "Yeah, you need a ticket or get out."
The staff?
Yeah. And I go, "What?"
They're kids, younger.
I don't.
Yo, don't
Two people.
Don't feel bad. I saw Cat Williams get rejected from the Carolines Christmas party, and he was in a full-length fur coat.
He's really trying to tell people he's Cat Williams.
Yeah.
And the girl was like, "What? Are you on the list?"
Yeah.
And she's just brand new. These people, they hire these clubs. They don't feel bad.
That happened to him at the Laugh Factory too. That's what their point was. It happened to Kat, but that's not the point. No, that's not the point.
That's not it.
No. Whatever you're saying right now doesn't
Not
make
the
any
point.
fucking sense.
Okay, sorry, go.
All right. Is if you're working at a comedy club in LA, I'm not. Okay, let me just say this. I know I'm not Chris Rock. I know I'm not Louis C.K. I know where I'm at. All right, I'm at the bottom. Fine.
Bobby Lee, you were in a Wonder Girls music video.
All right, but shut the fuck up. All right. But when it comes to the Comedy Store and the Laugh Factory and the Improv here in LA, since I've been here for 20 years and I've played those clubs for 20 years, and I'm friends with the owner of the club. I've been around the country with the owner of the club. I know every single comic that performs there. I'm on the payroll, right? That you should. Don't you think that they should know who I am or no?
Yes.
Probably. If they're
Or
in
at
con-
least whoever you put up to the front to deal with people coming in the door should at least be well versed with who's who.
Yeah. So then
They
when
need- yeah.
That's part of your job.
Don't
is-
apply for a job at a comedy club without doing your research to
Yeah.
see who comedians are,
or at least just the
especially the ones who perform at your club.
yeah,
What did you say to them?
or who's in the marquee down the street. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't. There's,
well, I said it's so embarrassing, but then I go, I'm Bobby Lee, and he goes, no, I don't what.
oh god.
Oh
So
my!
they don't even know the name.
Oh my
right?
god!
What's
So I go, because I'd never been in this situation.
So you're almost
so
like
I'm
blank-
tongue tied.
You're telling.
I'm blushing. I'm sweating, and I go,
Did they recognize Nick Youssef?
no. They asked for his, and he was on the list,
the fuck?
right? Yeah, he's on the list, right? So Nick goes, my ID, I'm performing here, and I'm like, I'm a comedian. Like I couldn't get it out, right?
Hey, boss, we got a guy with Down syndrome in the front of the house. This Asian
yeah,
guy
yeah.
with Down syndrome.
And then I just kind of left the building. I just left.
Oh my god.
And then I told the doorman who I knew, I go, they just asked for my IDs. Yeah, they're new. And then I texted everyone I knew.
Nice.
I texted
Fuck
Chris
you.
D'Elia, Eric Griffin, a bunch of people, Johnny Sanchez, going, they wouldn't let me in the Laugh Factory. And then I just said, I'll never go back there again.
Damn.
Over one person's.
Two.
Yes, over one person.
That's the point.
Okay, that's the fucking point of the whole thing. Let me say something right now, okay?
Careful.
That's how people learn, okay? And also this. The same thing happened to me. I told you the story about in Seattle
Oh, that's right.
at
Yeah.
the Parlor Live.
Oh.
Have I told that story here on the podcast
Yeah, you can
before?
say it again.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
been a while,
I'll say
yeah.
the story again. I do a show at the Parlor Live. And I'm sorry, but it's not a big room. I sold out every show. I'm sorry, I have to say it. Sold out every fucking show. Okay? I do one show, kill it.
Uh-huh.
Go to my hotel room to take a shower. I go back to the second show. And I walk into the club. And the doorman puts his arm out, grabs me, and pulls me out of the club. We're sold out.
Oh my god!
Right? And and every
Jesus.
comic that I tell this to, they said, why don't you just say that you're the headliner? No.
Bobby Lee doesn't work like that.
The
I don't
headliner
work-
shouldn't have to tell them
Right.
who the headliner is. Everybody on staff should know who the headliner is
Yeah.
and know
VIP.
what their picture looks like.
Exactly. And also, this is also fun for me. So when he puts his arm around me, I'm like, this is amazing.
You like it.
Because
yeah.
this is about to turn into something. There's a confrontation that's going to happen. And I want to see what I'm going to do. So what I do is I kind of push him aside and I continue to walk in the club
Yeah, John Wick.
without saying anything.
Was he bigger than you?
Way bigger. He was like this American Indian dude.
Oh, they're big.
He had long hair, right? And as I'm walking in the club, he's now in front of me, walking backwards.
Oh, trying to
Going,
block
whoa,
you.
whoa, you deaf, man? You deaf, man? Right? I'm walking.
Why are you both walking like that?
Because we just both are, right? Then he finally stops me in my tracks and he goes, ow. So I leave. Meanwhile, I'm supposed to be on stage. Yeah. And as I'm walking out of the club, I go, oh yeah, all right, fine, I'm leaving. But tell Ruben, cancel the show. He goes, why? Because I'm the headliner. And I just leave. Right?
And didn't do the show?
No, wait.
Mic drop.
No, of course I'm going to do the show. But I'm like milking it, right? So I'm walking away, and then he's now looking at like the pictures. You know what I mean?
He's freaking out.
No, he's like, oh my God, that is him or whatever. And he starts getting angry. Why didn't you tell me? And I'm screaming back, look at the fucking thing. You know what I mean? All the posters. Right? So then I go up on stage. I go back, I get in the club. And then when I get off, it's amazing. There's people in the green room that I've never seen before. You're talking about the guy that owns the whole building. You know what I mean? Like investors. You know what I mean? They're all there. Shit. And they're like all on their knees. We're so sorry. We fired him. And I go, no! I felt guilty, right? So then I spent 24 hours begging to get that guy's job back.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so it could
That's
have
how
been.
Bobby works.
Yeah, that's how I work. So it could have been. It could have been as simple as this. I'm the headliner. I just walked in and did my show and nothing. I had to do this complete fucking chaos, and it's so fun to do, and I enjoy it. You know what I mean? So with this Laugh Factory thing, I'm never going back until somebody apologizes.
Get it?
What? You don't get it?
I mean, I do.
You do get it, right?
You're a
That's
drama queen. That's really what
No,
it
he's
comes
just
down
asking
to.
for the respect.
No, but he really likes. He loves to make a bigger fuss about it. Trust me.
Make a point.
Beyond that,
He wants people to learn a lesson.
he loves the drama.
It's not drama. That's a weird way of saying it. I enjoy a spectacle.
A spectacle. It's like
Spectacle, okay, yeah,
performance
yeah.
art. It's a performance.
It's a
Yeah, yeah.
performance. Thank
art.
you so much.
There we go.
And let me tell you,
You guys
something
are
right
friends
now.
again, huh? You bastards.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't like this.
Me too.
I like that a lot. And so this podcast, right?
We're not done yet. I'm
not
just
e-
looking for
I'm
the
not
question.
I'm not even close
got
to
the
being done.
Okay.
I'm just gonna I have a comment I want to make about so far the podcast.
Yeah.
Is that it's it started off really sad.
Sad.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm still kind of sad about it.
We're
This
sad for
this
you.
episode?
Yeah, you're yeah.
Yeah,
You don't remember
What happened?
what happened in the beginning?
I'm high.
Are you really high?
Oh.
Yeah.
You are high right
Oh my
now?
god, you know how much it took me not to smoke weed at the funeral?
Oh my god.
I went sober.
You did?
Why did you go sober? Just to. I feel like maybe you would
'Cause-
even
'cause-
smoke more to.
Because if I smoked, I would have like bawled my eyes out.
Oh, got you.
Yeah.
How do you get high? Do you smoke a vape?
A pipe.
A pipe.
Joint.
You smoke every day. You seem like you smoke every day.
Do you use it for therapeutic purposes or
Yeah,
just?
it stabilizes me.
How do you perform high though?
It's better.
It is?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, let me not drag you into the deep end.
yeah.
Next
the,
week.
the highs from the audience, their laughter just like carries you home.
Oh, but how do you remember your jokes and stuff?
You actually have a better memory on weed.
You do?
I do.
Yeah, because Jordan Peele used to smoke pot and do sketches like live, and I'd be like,
On Mad TV?
oh yeah,
Oh, shit.
Oh, really?
oh yeah. There was
Cool.
this one time where Ike and I were, Jordan had like no line. He was just a waiter in some sketch, and he was so high that he had to bring in he had just a glass of water on a tray.
Yeah.
But he was so high, right? He was just teetering like this, and we were laughing so hard because we knew that and it just shatters all over the ground. Yeah. Because he was so high, it was so funny. But but he can perform that way. You can't. I don't know if I can. But Joe Rogan can.
Oh, yeah.
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 I think.
But I've never tried.
Joe
That's another
Rogan
thing.
smokes weed before he works out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I started doing that.
You did,
Yeah.
You
and it
feel-
works.
Me and my kettlebell.
It's very Joe Rogan of you.
Yeah,
Are you high from the beginning to the end of night then?
24/7?
I mean, not all the time.
Like when you shoot your show with Manon and those guys, are you high?
Sometimes,
Yeah.
yeah,
Do they know you're high?
probably.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow,
what
that's
is? It's
interesting.
so hard to. The last guy that I dated, the guy I was with for like 5 years. I mean, he smoked. As soon as we wake and bake, it's like from beginning. It's all day, but I didn't see a personality. Like I never really noticed
Yeah, some
because he
people are
just went
like
about
that.
his day. I never really thought
Yeah.
anything of it. Then
No, stoners are portrayed a certain way
Yeah.
in movies and TV shows to be
Yeah.
stupid and forgetful and
Yeah.
idiots. But, I show up to
Yeah,
work.
you seem very clear to me right now.
Yeah, I show up to work because weed is is medicine and it stabilizes me
yeah,
and it helps calms my anxiety down so
Yeah.
that I can be normal with people.
yeah.
What about like auditions? You can do it still?
Yeah, I feel looser.
Wow.
Wow. And you don't and you know all the lines and everything like that?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Or sometimes I'll improvise a little bit
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it helps me.
Oh wow.
I think.
Yeah. Maybe I should relapse.
I don't want to.
That's always my. I think down
Thank
the
you, Esther, for getting Bobby Lee to
Yeah,
relapse.
yeah.
down the road, I think that's gonna be off of the no list. Because I feel like, okay, you guys are still allowed to smoke as many cigarettes as you want, right? In AA.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's just so much like far more detrimental to your health and like wellness compared to smoking marijuana. So it's just a matter of
I think that if it was
what-
just marijuana, but it's a gateway. It's just a gateway.
It's not a gateway. I don't do other
I know
drugs.
for alcoholics though.
I think that the only reason it's a gateway is because it's ingrained in your mind and our society's idea of it's a drug. So you use that capital D word over and over again your whole life. So yeah, it is a gateway. But if it's, let's suppose marijuana had always been treated like cigarettes and you've been told, oh, it's just a recreational thing that people do, I guarantee you wouldn't consider it a gateway. The only reason it's a gateway is because your brain is told it's a drug.
This is so dangerous. This
No, I'm not
language
saying
is
you
so
should.
Dangerous.
I wouldn't.
I can see you're thinking about it.
No, it's.
Does that make
it's
sense?
No, it's literally the most dangerous thing I've ever heard in my life, and my face is sweating now. And
For instance-
no. This right here is fucking Soviet propaganda bullshit.
Can I
dude.
just say? Can I explain something?
It's fucking Steve Bannon. It's all the whole thing, man.
For instance, like LSD has a lot of anti-addictive properties, right? A lot of these drugs that were considered to be terrible things have
Right.
anti-addictive properties and help people actually get sober. So, it's kind of a very gray area.
I understand that, but here's the thing, okay, is that since the 12 steps were created in 1935 in Akron, Ohio, right, they've had a lot of trials and errors, right, and they've had, it's not as if this movement started a year ago, right? So over the years, millions and millions of people have tried it in different kinds of ways, and at the end of the day, they came up with this thing. It's not because they want to be controlling or it's not a philosophy that certain segment of it's believed throughout because it's been tested.
Okay, but my
Right.
question is, if it was something that was, established in 1935, shouldn't something established in 1935 adjust to something that's happening in 2017, or all this scientific knowledge that we've garnered over the years?
I've been to
Shouldn't that-
AA meetings and they're super religious.
Yeah. No, you could say that.
It's all about God and stuff.
Yeah, it's not about God.
Or I don't know. So you guys do something with God.
I can't wait for your eulogy at your funeral.
Yeah.
So Bobby's like, yeah. Peace.
Yeah. I mean,
Something with God.
Are there more like progressive like AA types who are kind of experimenting with the really hard lines between the no drugs and like the other acceptable things?
well, they did do it in the 60s.
Okay, so in the 60s, think about the drugs that were available in the 60s. Okay, there was
There was
weed.
weed.
I don't
and-
think
and
LSD
acid.
was
Yeah,
LSD
yeah,
already in the
huge,
60s? Okay,
huge.
LSD.
LSD has been around since even before that, the 40s.
Yeah.
Yeah, so even Bill W., the founder, experimented with
Okay.
LSD. So it's first of all, it's not God, right? Like there's people.
There's a
some.
power.
I don't know. We have to get into it then. When you have to understand that when people get into AA, they've lost everything. They're generally mostly the first 100 were people that were on the precipice of wet brain, or they were streetwalkers, hobos, right? And they had tried every single thing throughout their whole life, and nothing worked. Okay, and so the one thing that they did try, which was that first 100, which was sitting together, having a meeting once a day, right, and doing these steps, right, got them long-term sobriety. So it worked, and the reason why it worked was because number one, when you don't have anything and you tried to control your drinking and it didn't work, so you're powerless, right? I can't do it. Nothing I've done works.
But it's the best way to meet other people who still drink.
What do you mean?
AA.
What does that
Right?
mean?
Don't people like meet there and then go off the rails?
No,
No?
I don't know.
Or they like, yeah, you meet people who relapse and stuff.
I've
like
seen that in movies though.
I know.
That's really.
I know, but
Happens in every movie.
I know,
I
but-
see.
Okay, just listen what I'm
Yeah.
saying, okay? So I can't do it. There's nothing I've done, right? So then you come to a program like AA and they go, well, we have a solution. What is it? Well, a power greater than yourself has to remove the addiction, right?
Your subconscious mind.
Maybe, whatever it might be. But they call it a higher power, okay? And when you do the steps, there's this thing that happens in the beginning of especially in the beginning of the big book. There's the doctor's opinion. There's a doctor, Silkworth. He specializes in alcoholism. He says what happens with people in AA is there's a psychic change, a spiritual awakening that happens that they believe. Sometimes it's a flash of light. Sometimes it's an overwhelming feeling, but the obsession becomes removed. Something that you think of every day, and it gets completely removed by doing these steps. I don't know why, but it happened for me. It happened for my brother, right? And without those principles, I know for myself that if I smoke pot, I'm going to drink. I know that. And I'm going to eventually go back to opiates, and then my life falls apart.
So don't.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I don't do it. I know myself, and I know what I would do,
Yeah.
And maybe AA and NA are only for real chronic alcoholics, but
I think that it really appeals to it helps for a specific type of person. Because like you told me that what is it, like the success rate of AA is really only like at 5%? Or
Oh,
like
really?
5% actually,
low?
stay
In recovery in
sober,
general, though.
recovery. Yeah.
not in just AA, in recovery in general, is a 5%
Wow.
rate.
Shit.
Okay.
And there are probably people with a certain type of however they think is a perfect match for the 12-step program, whereas other people who are
No, what I mean 5% is that 95% of people, they either die in prison, on the streets, or through some sort of medical thing because of their drug addiction and alcoholism.
95%?
Of alcoholics and drug addicts.
That seems really high.
It's not, it's a factual thing. You know what I mean?
God, it's so dark and sad now.
No, I'm just defending. I need to defend.
Yeah.
I'm just defending.
You don't have to defend it. We believe
You're
you.
You're in the top 5%.
No, it's just
Kyle.
no. Here's
you've
what it
been
is. Here's
sober
what it
for
is.
14
Here's what it
years. We
is, though.
believe you.
I know, but you know, you and I have had these conversations before, sweetie, and I haven't been to a meeting in a year. And so I'm kind of a dry drunk. Like I'm on the precipice of
What time to go to a meeting?
maybe relapsing, but so I'm trying to hang on to whatever I have to stay sober. You know what I mean? So this is my last. I'm defending the foundations of what I learned to be true. Not
Also,
so.
if we ever have these discussions about it, it's not because we're trying to reel you into the dark side. It's really kind of to just understand living with an addict. At least for me, when I question things about why can't you use anti-addictive drugs, they're proven to be scientifically anti-addictive. Why can't you smoke marijuana when it does this and that? This is just my questions living with a partner who's an addict, and I don't understand it. So I'm going to have questions. It's not because I'm trying to bring you in and somehow live
No, if you've made it 14 years,
Yeah.
you'll be fine. You're not going to go back.
But also,
Yeah, but I mean, I'll be honest with you. When you say, right? When you say,
See, I'm not an alcoholic.
I understand that, but just listen to what I'm saying, okay? You're being very combative with me right now, okay?
Really?
No, I'm kidding.
Tin-
You got so nervous. Right? No, what I'm saying is that there are times where because of the marijuana laws that
Yeah.
changed, how easily accessible it is. When you go to Seattle and they have marijuana bars now,
Yeah.
where you could go to a menu and
It's huge.
all that. I loved marijuana and I'd love to do it. I would love to go to Colorado and own a marijuana farm.
so
right?
it's appealing.
Yeah, so there's a slight temptation there to go there, but I had to remind myself that
See, I have self-control. I don't drink. I smoke. I can smoke
Yeah,
and
and
not drink
yeah.
or not do
The
cocaine.
way you said that was fucking cocky. All right. Do I have
drink.
questions? What are we at? Where are we at? How many? Where are we at?
Hour.
Over an hour? Wow, that was a good. You know what?
I like it.
I'm sorry, I'm sweating.
You know
But
what?
you know what?
You got really serious there, and I felt your energy. And
Yeah.
I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
You need to go to a meeting this week.
I can't.
Oh, I'm gonna make you because this shit made me nervous just now.
Yeah,
Because
I
I've
don't
never
know.
really
I don't know
seen
where.
you.
I don't know where to go.
Look
You
on
can't go-
look
you go to the
online.
same one or no?
The same ones.
I can't.
Oh.
It's drama there, but let's
There's
not
drama
get
there.
into
No,
it.
it's a
He doesn't want to
spectacle.
run
It's a
into
spectacle.
somebody.
It'll
Oh
come
yeah,
back.
there's a spectacle.
Oh,
He doesn't want to run into somebody.
Unhelpful advice.
You love being a spectacle.
A
Go ahead.
spectacle.
Unhelpful advice.
You
with
love being a
Bobby and
spectacle.
Kalila.
Stop fucking interrupting this thing.
Unhelpful advice with Bobby, Kalila, and you.
Wow.
Hello, everyone at Tiger Belly. I'm a new fan, and I love the podcast. Around the years of preschool, my sister and I became sexually active towards each other. Our parents...
Wait. Who?
When preschool.
Preschool.
Wait, his
Totes
brother and
normal.
sister?
Yeah, brother and sister.
His
weird.
sister and himself. His sister and himself.
Weird.
Yeah.
Around the years of sorry about that, sir. Around the years of preschool, my sister and I became sexually active towards each other. Our parents caught on to our acts early enough to intervene through child counseling for about a year. The activity between my sister and I had ceased. However, it started to happen with other child relatives. This caused silent turmoil throughout the entire family. The numerous sexual acts were known, but no one ever spoke of it. To the point where my sister and I were hated kind of for what started this all. Weird sentence. I'm 23-year-old now, and I haven't spoken to any of my family in 5 years. My sister is a mother now, also with no contact with our family. My question is, how do you move on from a dark past?
It's okay.
It's not a dark past.
It's not a dark past because if you're a preschooler and anything that you do under the age of 10, that hypersexuality is so normal, but no one talks about it, so it becomes this like taboo subject. But experimenting with other kids your age, whether it's your sister or not, like I feel like that's just not
They're
talked
carrying
about.
all this shame with
yeah,
them.
but there's no shame in that.
Before you read it, I said it was weird. You know what? Now when I heard the whole thing, it's not weird. Let me just say something, okay? It's natural. I've done shit that I can't even talk
know.
about. No, I know. You don't know.
Oh, other things. Yeah, we haven't talked about it.
Yeah,
Let's
there's
never
no-
talk about that.
I know, but I know. Well, I've done shit.
Bob is just kidding.
Yeah.
Well, it was over the age of 10, so it gets a little bit
Yeah,
weird
yeah,
after that.
Murky.
But
Murky.
I've done shit that like you know what I mean is unfathomable. You know, so and it's just growing up, man.
Do you remember being like hypersexual when you were younger, like with
Yeah.
other kids, right?
We would lay down on the floor, and my mom would like walk over us in a dress, and when we saw her panties, we'd be like, "Ooh."
Yeah, I mean, like I think
Oh
that's
wow,
just
that's
normal.
a good game. That's a good Korean game. That's an old traditional Korean game.
So he's 23 now. His family is like he's completely disconnected to his family. His sister's disconnected to his family. How do you get over that?
Yeah.
You make new friends who are more family to you than your old family was.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if they're gonna continue to make you feel ashamed of something that you did as a
Then
child,
you don't need them as
then
family.
you don't. You're right. They're unhealthy to you. You're
They're
not,
unhealthy. Yeah, they say, my therapist says that in dysfunctional families, the scapegoat is always the healthiest.
that makes sense. That makes absolute sense.
And in dysfunctional families, the victim is always the villain, and the villain is always the victim.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a great therapist. She's famous.
Is she
Oh,
is she
wow.
in LA?
Yeah.
Can I get in?
Oh my God.
Can I get in?
Yeah.
I need a therapist, I think. I have a lot of problems.
I'll refer you. I'll
Please.
email you
please,
guys
please,
both.
please.
She's amazing.
I'm gonna do it. Also, you have any other questions?
when in your family dynamic when that whole thing happened with your cousin, the whole like dick sucking thing or whatever.
Don't say that again.
Okay, what I'm saying is, did it pull you guys apart? Did it tear?
I want to be friends with all my family.
But are there some that like?
I
are
don't know.
angry?
I don't know. You know what? I don't think I'm close to any of them right now.
You have your
It's
brother.
sad. I have my brother, and that's it. And it's sad. I love Eddie. He's one of my younger cousins.
Can you be my brother?
I'll be your brother for sure. I am your brother.
Right?
Yeah. And a show that I saw, I've been addicted to, and I really recommend it to anybody because It's a cry fest.
It's a cry fest for sure.
Long Lost Family.
We've talked about it a few.
I know, but the
episodes
new
ago.
season just came out, and the first episode. Oh man,
Gotcha.
you got me.
No, you got you.
Oh my god! Last night I was in my hotel room, just tears coming down my face.
Calls me at 4 a.m. You have to watch this episode.
Yeah.
Please watch it.
It's so good,
That was really sad.
Long Lost Family.
Yeah.
and it's always like, I mean, no one's gonna see it, so I'm just gonna tell you what it is. But there's this one of them where it's like, this girl, obviously she was 17. She got pregnant. Her mom made her give her up the son up for adoption. It's 30 years later, and then they find the son, and because she, they give her a letter that her mom, and then he's reading the letter on camera, and he's genuinely like just shaking and crying, and it's so sad
That's sad.
and good.
But very,
I'm
very.
gonna watch it. I love sad movies.
Yeah, they're really
It's a
good.
TV show.
Like each episode too. Like it's just very rewarding at the end. Sometimes not always, because yesterday the daughter that she adopted out didn't want to meet her. Remember?
There's another story. There's always two stories of
yeah.
one of them. Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't always a happy ending, but for the most part, it's like just a sob fest, and it feels real good inside.
Okay, so now
Very
do you anything to
reaffirming.
plug for you?
Yes. You can plug my podcast, Koo and the Gang.
Cool in the gang. When am I gonna get on it?
Let's do it.
When though?
언제?
Unje.
지금.
Like this week?
아니, 지금.
You can't do
you don't-
anything next week, maybe.
Maybe next week.
Let's do next
better.
week.
Yeah, let's do next week. And then your show?
Yeah, look out for Sorry Not Sorry.
Sorry Not
On
Sorry.
Seriously.tv with Manon, Hannah, and Tracy.
Mm-hmm.
We're having so much fun working on it. And go to funnykoo.com.
Funnycoot.com.
Yep.
Okay. Anything for anybody else?
Your shows?
Bobby will be at Houston Improv March 3rd through the 5th.
Yeah.
And later at the end of March, you're going to be at Santa Ana Casino in New Mexico. For more dates, go to BobbyLeeLive.com.
Yeah. And then
We have our merch out
this
too.
week is gonna be a terrible week.
It's not. You're busy. How is being busy a terrible thing?
I hate it.
He doesn't want to go to any of his auditions.
I have like 15
This is him.
auditions.
When things are dry and he's not going out, I'm, that's it. I'm out. I'm out. Like my career's over. And then he starts, pilot season. He gets auditions, and then it's even worse. It's more of a spectacle. He doesn't want to go to any of
Or
them.
cancel
This
them.
is torture.
Like,
I don't know if
I
I
already
can
canceled
go.
too.
Cancel.
One time
cancel.
I sent my sister into an audition. I didn't want to go.
Are you fucking kidding me?
That's amazing.
No.
That's
So
amazing.
you rely on their racism. They're like, yeah, she looks about the same.
It was
Oh
in
my
New
God.
York.
That's
Oh, really?
amazing.
Yeah.
How'd she do?
Not good.
She booked the national.
Hilarious.
Imagine if she booked it.
That's amazing. That's a good one.
I'm doing Roast Battle March 28th at the Comedy Store.
Oh,
nice,
good.
nice.
That's good too.
Yeah.
Are you having writers or you're doing it yourself?
I'm doing it myself.
Yeah,
Do you
that's
know who
great.
you're up against already?
Yes.
Who?
Alex Dung.
Who's that?
He's an Asian comedian.
I know him.
You know him?
Yeah.
Will you be our judge?
I'll do it. I'll judge.
Yeah.
Asian special.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for. Oh, also this
We
T-shirts.
should thank everyone.
People are.
Oh, that's right. Thank you so much, you guys, for buying all this merchandise. We're about at the very tail end of
Probably
selling out.
100
Yeah.
shirts left, almost.
Less
than that. So
There's
you better
only 20 shirts left for the
mud
white
flap.
one.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
make
it's
sure you get
great.
those.
It's great.
So thank you for killing it.
Anything else, Kalila?
Nothing for Bobby. I'm good.
All right. So make sure you follow us on Tiger Belly on Instagram at Tiger Belly and on Twitter at The Tiger Belly, and email us any questions at thetigerbelly@gmail.com. George, anything?
All good.
We're good.
All right.
All
Thank
right.
you.
See
Bye, guys.
See you next week. Ciao.
Kutukan kumu pakaki Cukumula kau dapat kami ulubi Buruk kaya kapak di dulu kuma Syukuluk kumula ye Kutukan kumu pakaki Cukumula kau dapat kami ulubi Buruk kaya kapak di dulu